don't need to be a super copywriter. You don't need to be super beautiful, pretty pages. You don't need to do any of those things as long as you know what persuasion switches to flip. Okay, we will get started on this right away. Now, those of you who don't know me, if you're new to me, my name is Bushra Azhar. I'm the founder of the Persuasion Revolution, and I'm creator of Mass Persuasion Method. And Mass Persuasion Method is a program, not a program. I don't even know how to give my own intro. Mass Persuasion Method is a framework that allows you to persuade people over email, on your opt-in pages, on your sales pages, on your webinars, in your videos, in your free calls, basically every online interaction that you have. If you follow just that framework, you are good to go. You don't need to be a super copywriter. You don't need to be super beautiful, pretty pages. You don't need to do any of those things as long as you know what persuasion switches to flip. So before we get started into specific for opt-in pages, I want to give you a quick walkthrough of what Mass Persuasion Method is all about. And I don't mean to get into the nitty-gritty of the system, but just to give you an overview of the 8 persuasion switches, because that will allow you to, when I start giving feedback on the opt-in pages, you will be able to see how those switches actually manifest into my feedback. Okay, so let's do this. I think it will help if I share screen and actually share a graphic with you, because I think that graphic would really help explain what I mean by the 8 persuasion switches, if I can find that graphic, because that's okay, there we go. So I'm going to start sharing the screen so I can share the graphic with you, and then I'll just quickly walk you through the graphics. If you see that graphic on the screen that says that's kind of like a human being with like colored pieces of skull and the switches, and it's kind of weird, but if you see it, let me know so that I know that you can in fact see it. Okay, so the idea behind Mass Persuasion Method, or the 8 persuasion switches, is that human brain, it's like an electric circuit. We already know that because you probably have a lot of people in your life who look at them and you think to yourself, okay, the electricity probably got cut off 20 years ago. That's how I know that human brain is like an electric circuit, because yeah, apparently there are people where the light went out ages ago, but they still keep going. But really, the idea is that if you want to spark attention, if you want to spark a yes in a human brain, you need to activate all of these 8 persuasion switches. Now, when we talk about an opt-in page specifically, we don't need to activate all of those, right? Because opt-in page is very specific. We need to get the point across quickly, get their email addresses, and move on. That said, you still need to know what these is, because what these switches are, because it will make it super easy for you to write your copy. You don't have to worry about, okay, what do I open my opt-in page with? What do I say in my opt-in page? So basically the first switch is, which is the most profound, the most important switch that you would ever flip. If you do nothing else on your opt-in page, just make sure you open with the Prestige switch. Now the Prestige switch is, how does that particular thing, whatever you're asking them to opt into, how does it elevate their social status? Now I have a bunch of opt-in pages that I'm going to give you feedback on, but I don't see a single opt-in page that actually delves into how it will elevate their social status. It does not delve into the Prestige switch. And I think that's a huge, huge, huge mistake. So one of the first things that you can do is, no matter what you're selling, I honestly don't care what you're selling, you need to frame it in a way that gets people to think, oh my God, this will make me look great. This will make me look better. This will make me look richer. This will allow me to attract a better mate. This will make everyone else jealous, because that's what we really, really, really want. The second aspect is the believability switch, where in opt-in pages, it is especially important to tackle believability switch, because what people do typically in opt-in pages is they cram so much information in their opt-in pages that people look at this and it's like, you know what? I don't want an 82-page PDF. I don't have time to read that. So believability switch is about not just getting them to believe you or your product, but also getting them to believe in their own ability to get those results. And if you position your opt-in, whatever you're asking them to opt into, even if you're asking them to sign up for a webinar, or you're asking them to sign up for a PDF or a free class, I don't care what you're asking them to sign up for. But if you're doing it in a way that makes it seem like too much work, they're not going to do it. the trick is to make it seem high value, but also make it not seem like too much work. Right? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Because when you, and I want you to kind of do a self-analysis, self-reflection here and think, okay, what do you typically sign up for other than research? Because I sign up for a million email list, but that's my competitor research. But tell me, honestly, when you sign up for something and that's in like absolute, I will just type in my email address and not even think twice about this. Those are typically the opt-ins that tell us that we can get great results without having to do a lot of work. But when you position it as something that seems like a lot of work, in your head, you're thinking that it enhances the perceived value. But the reality is it makes it seem like too much work, which means people are going to be like, you know what? I'm just tired reading this opt-in page. I'm not even going to opt in because it'll be so much work. Is that true? Tell me this is true. You're not agreeing with me, and I don't really like people not agreeing with me. To be honest, get really pissed off when people don't agree with me. So, hi, Mayan. Hi, darling. So please tell me you agree with me. While I take a sip of water, better tell me that you agree with me. Yeah, please. You don't want to end up like my husband. Like, he's still my husband, so it's not like I killed him or something. But okay. Next step, parity switch. Parity switch is where basically all you're doing is you're telling them why you are better than all the other options out there. Curiosity switch is where you are going to tease their sense of curiosity. And this works especially well if you have an elaborate PDF, right? An elaborate something. And I'm going to tell you how you can use it in just a bit. Urgency switch. Okay, they agree with me because I just threatened them, so they have to agree with me. Thank you, Raquel. Thank you, Martina. The next switch is urgency switch. And again, I'm going to give you a very simple tip on how you can create urgency without, even if there is no urgency, how can you create urgency? I'm going to talk about that. Desirability switch is where you position your opt-in offer as something that they have to get their hands on, or their life will never be the same again. Edutainment switch is all about making it a little bit entertaining. And you don't have to tell jokes on your opt-in page, but just include words that are atypical. Give them some sort of mental stimulation. Now, you have to understand that human brains, especially when it comes to business communication, there is so little mental stimulation that even inclusion of 1 or 2 atypical words will actually get people excited. People are, God, I feel sorry for human beings in business because they're so used to seeing dry and boring and dreadful copy that even if someone uses like 2 or 3 words that are, a little bit atypical, they feel all excited. How sad is that? But that's what you can do. And I'm going to specifically tell you how you can do that in just a bit. Relatability switch, where when you talk about, especially when you put your bio on your opt-in page, don't make your bio seem like you're the grand goddess of the 9-figure entrepreneur of the unicorn shit, because that's not relatable, right? If your opt-in page typically, in some cases, not in all cases, might be your first contact with that person, you don't want to come across as an egotistical asshole, right? You want to come across as a subject matter expert, but not as someone who thinks they are some form of goddess or reincarnation of some god. You want to make sure that they are able to relate to you at some point, and I'm going to talk about in just a bit. So basically, these are the 8 persuasion switches. When we talk about opt-in pages, tomorrow we'll be talking about sales pages, and then day after we'll be talking about emails. Every time you will see me refer back to these switches, because for me, this is what defines persuasion. If you want people to say yes to you, then you want to make sure that you hit as many of these switches as possible. Now, you may not be able to hit all of these switches, or you may be able to hit these switches multiple times throughout your communication, and that's fine. But forgetting about any one of them in totality is a huge mistake. So that's really what mass persuasion method is all about, and that's what really my entire teaching when it comes to online persuasion is all about. Now, if you are here and if you are interested, this is a small plug for you before we move on into the feedback, where I will tell you how you can apply these 8 switches. Here's a small plug for you. there is a bonus in mass persuasion method, and the bonus is called story selling. It's all about how to craft your signature story or your marketing story in a way that hits all of these switches. And it's like, it takes less than 30 minutes and it's a beautiful, beautiful template. But that bonus for mass persuasion method will go away as soon as we're done with this Facebook Live. So if you're interested in checking out mass persuasion method and you want to get your hands on story selling bonus, then you can go check it out right now. It's masspersuasionmethod.com, and there are it's $4.99 if you pay one shot, and you can also take a 3-month, 6-month payment plan. Now I know that people charge thousands of dollars to just teach you how to write a sales page. Mass persuasion method, on the other hand, tells you how to do anything when it comes to copy on your website, not just on your website, in your business. So literally any online communication that you do, mass persuasion method teaches you how to do that. So webinars, videos, emails, sales pages, opt-in pages, video, free calls, social media, all of that crap. So go check out masspersuasionmethod.com if you're interested, and especially if you're interested in the story selling bonus, because now, my darlings, we are getting into the tricky, icky, mucky part, which is the actual feedback on opt-in pages. Hey, Sahar, hi, darling, how are you? Okay, so give me a quick thumbs up, those who are here. It's signed up today to MPM. It's packed with great content. Thank you, Marjeline. I'm so excited about having you. I have to tell you, I'm so excited, simply because you are probably one of those people who need a little bit more convincing. You're not an impulse purchaser, and that I'm really honored that you decided to invest in mass persuasion method. So give me a thumbs up, quick thumbs up. You're still with me, you're following me. You are saying yes to the 8 persuasion switches, or you're saying yes to mass persuasion method. Either way, I would love that. I'm already a member of PH Lab and as well. Is this different? So Linda, mass persuasion method is more about online persuasion. Sold out launch is about launching. So in sold out launch, you have a module on copy, but that module is only meant to get you to launch quickly. Now, if you have not used sold out launch, I would not recommend you buy mass persuasion method, because I don't want you to turn it to one of those course hoarders. So launch using sold out launch first, and then if you want to scale up your persuasion efforts and become like an online persuasion ninja, then mass persuasion method definitely something that you can check out. Okay, still with you. Okay, excellent, Martina. I'm glad you're still with me. Will it launch again before September, Jill? That's a good question. I don't know the answer to this, because last year I didn't think I would launch mass persuasion method right now. I thought I would launch it again end of year, but here I am launching it. So honestly, as Tara is here and as Tara would answer this, she would vouch for this. I literally do not know what I'm doing next hour. Literally, I have no idea what I'm doing in the next hour. So if you ask me what I'm doing in September, I'm sorry, I don't have the answer. But if I were to give you a probability, I would say most likely yes. So yeah, I'm not trying to create fake urgency. Buy now, it might never come back. But I also don't know how things work in my business, because I'm extremely impulsive. Okay. Come on, we know the next hour. I don't know the next hour, because my husband is coming home in 40 minutes and I have no idea what I'm feeding him. So yeah, I don't know what's happening in the next hour. Okay, so who's excited to see the tear downs, because this is so exciting for me. But okay, sorry, I keep forgetting the more important thing. So if you're here and if you're watching this and if you find this of value, please take a moment to share this on your timeline, or share this in a group that you're a member of. I swear people are not going to stone you. People are going to be happy. I'm going to make it worthwhile. So if you're watching this and you like this, please feel free to share this. If you could share it, if anyone here is a member of 60-Second Persuasion, could you also share it in 60-Second Persuasion? Tell those people to come join us. We're having a great party and it will be so much fun. Tavleen, is it a right fit for physical products too, Bushra? Okay, Tavleen, we have a bonus in mass persuasion method that is all about persuasion for physical products. It's basically product descriptions that actually sell. So Everything else in mass persuasion method works for product-based businesses, but on top of that, we also have a bonus inside mass persuasion method specifically caters to product-based businesses, how to create product descriptions. It is very, very elaborate, and I think it's very useful. I did not create it, but I had one of my colleagues create it, and it's really, really, really powerful. Okay, thank you, darling. Thank you, darling. Thank you, darling. Okay, Larissa, it's better to wait till we finish as well before getting MPM. Yes, Larissa, to be honest, if you have not launched using using sold out launch yet, then I would say launch using SOL first. And once you've done that and you want to refine your, launches and your opt-in pages and your webinars, you want to kind of dig deep into mass persuasion, then absolutely check out this particular system, but at least launch first using SOL. Okay. Woo, let's do this. Let's get into the teardowns. Okay, so we're going to try and time it to 60 seconds, and I'm going to give you, I've not seen these pages before. I took a quick cursory glance, and what I did quickly was that because there were a few people who, instead of dropping the link to their opt-in pages, they dropped the link to their sales pages, and I delete, as in I am not giving feedback on sales pages. If you want me to give feedback on sales pages, we're doing that tomorrow. Right now, it's only opt-in pages, so I want to make sure that I only do opt-in pages. Okay. First one. Okay, so when I open the screen, it says bites the bullet, 7-day challenge, make things happen. Now, it seems to me like this is some sort of a productivity program. The very first thing that I'm going to ask you, give you feedback on this is that if you are going to put a video on an opt-in page, then you need to give them some sort of an incentive to play the video. I'm not going to play this video, even though it looks nice and pretty. I'm not going to play this video unless you give an incentive. So the first feedback is include a curiosity-based switch. So include a sentence on top of this video that activates the curiosity switch to get them to play this. So something as simple as play this video to find out something, and then include something that is so weird and so wonky and opens an information gap that I have to play this video. Now, if you are banking on this video to get people to convert, then in this case, it is not going to happen because I'm not going to play this video unless you tell me why I should do it. Okay, then say hello to goal getting, goodbye to procrastination, join the Bite the Bullet 7-day challenge, clear the clutter of self-sabotaging habits. Okay. So first feedback, this badly needs a prestige switch. And one of the best switches that I can think of right now at the start is the label of procrastination is a prestige diminisher. People don't want to be known as procrastinators. People don't want to be known as broke. People don't want to be known as flaky. People don't want to be known as isolated, right? We want to be known as someone who's in the know and someone who gets shit done. So the best thing that I would do is instead of calling it make things happen, I would actually call something as simple as shun the label of procrastination and be known as someone who gets shit done, something like that. So speak to their need for that new label. Don't give them the label of procrastination. Talk about how they will elevate their social status if they would have this new label of someone who gets shit done. And then after that, I would actually, instead of, so here it's saying, clear the clutter, self-sabotaging habits, all of this. In this copy, I would instead talk about the desirability. How will their life be after they have implemented your challenge? So something as simple as, give me 7 days and I will give you 1, 2, 3, 4. You can, your to-do list will be crossed out, your business will be flourishing, whatever, whatever you help them do, absolutely describe it, how their life is going to be, how their days are going to be after they've gone through your 7-day challenge. So the desirability switch. And lastly, get started now. Again, if it's a button, what happens? Okay, enter your email address below, get started right away. First of all, get started now is a very weak call to action. Just say something like, click the button to lock your spot, for example, or click this button and I don't know what DWTGB stands for. Oh, okay, don't wait to be great. So instead of that, I could actually say your procrastination ends here or something. So a user button that is outcome based. I wanted to stick to 60 seconds, but I didn't. Lastly, quick feedback: if you're sending this opt-in page to someone who's already familiar with you, then this copy is enough. But if you're sending it to cold audience, then you need to have a bio. You need to have a bit more copy. You need to specify exactly what they will get. Now, if you have that in this video, again, you need to get them to play the video. So I'm going to close this, move on to the next one. Okay, DIY designs. You are 2 clicks away from giving your home a complete design makeover. I love that 2 clicks away. Why? Because it activates the urgency switch. We all need that sense of urgency. We all need that, oh my God, I can have this in 2 seconds. It feeds our need for instant gratification. Now, human beings, I say that a lot, and because since I'm very good with words, I say that a lot of times, all the time, that human beings are lazy, greedy bastards. We are so lazy and we need instant gratification. We want our chocolate pie and we want it right now. So when you use a term like you are 2 clicks away, I think that's powerful, really powerful. But that said, giving your home a complete design makeover, what does that even mean, right? Now, in this particular case, also, I would ask you to consider using a prestige hook, because we take so much pride in our houses. We take so much pride. The reason we have beautiful houses is because we want to show it to others. Yes, there is this need to have a beautiful space for ourselves, but more importantly, we do it because we want others to say, oh my God, she has a beautiful house, right? So speak to that need. So something like, you are 2 clicks away from having the most beautiful house, or most something house on the block, on the street, in your circle or something, because that speaks to my prestige. But then also include that element of without. So that's what I call J without the boo. So give them something that they really, really want without sacrificing something that they don't want to sacrifice. So something like, you're 2 clicks away from having the most beautifully decorated house on the block without hiring a professional interior designer who will steal all your inheritance or something, right? That is a really strong hook. But then once you've done that, also tell them, before you ask them to enroll for free, tell them exactly what they're enrolling in for, because right away, enroll for free, you haven't given me enough reasons to enroll. So saying something like a complete redesign course that will allow you to do this and this and this, even if you're not a designer or something, check it out below. It is absolutely free. And then have the button that says enroll for free. You know, you're asking it too soon. Course description. Okay, I'm going to go through course description. I just want to give it a very quick, okay, that's a lot of copy. So first thing is, if you're going to do a design makeover, then take my best advice on this. Let me tell you, you have to have before afters, because you're talking about a design makeover and people love before afters. We love seeing that before after, right? So include that before after on this so that I can actually see what you can help with. Great. I'm going to stop this, but I'm also going to stop the video and ask, are you enjoying this, or am I just talking to myself? Is this fun? Is this interesting? Is this valuable? Or are you like, what is she talking about? That makes no sense. That's not my business. If she were talking about my business, it would make sense, but I have no idea what she's talking about. Okay, very valuable. Okay, excellent. So I feel better about this now. Ooh, okay, excellent. Go back to totally getting ideas from my own site. Take all the ideas that you want. Okay, let's go back. Let me close this, move on to the next one. Okay, self-empowered hearts, that's the logo at the top. Free empowered meditation and motivational audios to set your mindset up for success in your life and business. Now, first of all, you might be speaking to an audience that understands what this is, and maybe I'm not the right audience for this because I'm not very woo-woo, but this to me seems like very jargony copy. And if you are giving away meditation and motivational audios, that's great. That's a great opt-in, but you need to sell that opt-in. You need to get people to think, oh my God, I want this. 2 pages of notes already. Are we talking about opt-in pages for email list sign up? Yes, Sherry, we're talking about opt-in pages. Swinny is here. Hey, darling. Tim, if you can't get to learn from these from your own side, you're not paying attention. Thank you, Tim. I am so grateful that you like this. Okay. So let me just do a quick, because you guys said that you're paying attention. So tell me, which switch can we use in the opening hook for this opt-in page? I want to know from you. I walked you through the switches. So tell me, because in my head, there is one switch that would work beautifully as an opening hook for this particular opt-in page. And that hook is not Prestige hook. So this is like a pop quiz for you to make sure that you guys are paying attention. Sorry, gotta go. Chicken is done. Okay, fine, go on. Okay, Carolina says desirability. Sophie says believability. Okay, who else? I want some more. These are like people who I know are like star students. They pay attention to everything that I say. So, okay, believability, Carolyn. Okay, relatability, maybe. Okay, what else? Parity. Okay, parity. Yeah, parity. Okay, we can think about parity. I was like you, and our mind is so calm. Believability. Desirability. Okay, so my first choice, absolutely, it is desirability. Why? Because it is so simple and so easy to paint a picture of a life that's full of calm, right? She said, set your mindset for success in your life and business. It is really easy to create that, paint a picture of life after they've gone through these audios. The second hook, if I were not to use desirability, the second hook that I would use would be not relatability, believability. And what you can do through believability is kind of crazy, but what you can just do is they open the page and there is a small audio link, like 30 seconds, and say, play this audio for instant guaranteed calm in the next 30 seconds. That's believability. So basically you are saying that if I play this particular, that 30-second clip, I will instantly feel calm. And if they do instantly feel calm, they play that and they feel instantly calm, not only will they sign up to receive the rest of the audios, they will most likely also buy from you. So if someone has landed on this page, a great way to do that is to get them. Did you lose me? Are people there, or did you all lose me? Because Larissa says she lost me. I want to make sure you don't lose me because I came up with a brilliant idea. And I don't want people to miss that idea. I think that's a brilliant idea. Anyone who's selling, anyone who is asking people to opt in for videos or audios, any of those things. Okay, so Sherry's there. I'm sorry, Larissa, I think it's probably just you. Okay, still there. So something like that, it's so good to get people to believe you. This is such a powerful way to get people to believe you. But then other than that, like I said, believability or desirability. So either open it, say in the next 2 minutes or the 10 minutes or whatever your audio length is, the next 2 minutes or the next 5 minutes could see a completely transformed you. A you who is not stressing out, a you who is doing this, a you who's doing this. Paint a picture of a stress-free life and a stress-free business. Just 3 or 4 sentences, and then just say, you can make that happen with my help. Enter your email and get instant access to the motivation and the meditation and motivational audios. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Please tell me. I really like that copy, but then I'm self-obsessed. I like everything that I do, but I really think that is good copy. I hope this person is listening. I didn't take her name, but I really hope she's listening because I think this is really super powerful copy. Please tell me you agree with me because I think this is super powerful. Please tell me. Please tell me you agree with me. I know you do. You're just being shy. You're just playing hard to get. I know you guys agree with me. Do, please, come on, people. Thank you, Martina. Thank you for making me feel better about this. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so you are here, Alex. You are here. Excellent, Alex. Stealing everything. Is that your page, Alex? Is it? Yes. So So anyone who's here, a piece of advice for you, if you are doing anything, I agree with you. Thank you. That was my opt-in. Excellent, Alex. I'm so grateful. But that said, I really think that you can play with all these different switches. And I don't know whether if you're in mass persuasion, but if you are in mass persuasion method, you will see like 12 different switches. If I were in your place, because you're in such a super crowded industry, I would actually play with all of these different switches for the opt-in page. So maybe switch number desirability, one page, and then split test them against each other. It'll be so beautiful. I hope this is useful. I'm so glad that you came. I'm so honored that you allowed me to take a stab at your page. Okay, next up. Let's find your joy. Are you stuck in the getting ready phase and must start your online business to make income now? Okay, let me just stop this for a bit and say something here. If you are using, I think one of the most painful hooks that I've started. Yeah, so I have food in my hair. I swear I took a shower. I promise I took a shower. I just didn't wash my hair. Today is not hair wash day. I promise I'm not disgusting. I have good hygiene, I promise, but I have no idea why there was food. Sorry, that was disgusting. Yeah, I'm trying to distract you with something else, but now all I can think about is food in my hair. That's disgusting. But I promise I take a shower every single day. I promise. Okay, so the point that I'm trying to make was, I think one of the biggest, most overused hooks in ads and copies and opt-ins and sales pages is, are you struggling with, right? And I'm not saying there is anything wrong with it. My only problem is because people are using it so much, because people are abusing it so much in so many ways. If you are going to use, are you struggling with, or are you stuck, or are you, if you're using that particular hook, most of us are still in our pajamas. Yeah, I would probably be also in my pajamas, but then it's, 6 p.m. here and it's not really appropriate. And then it's a good thing you can't see what I'm wearing underneath. So if you are going to be using, are you struggling with, or are you stuck type of hook, if you are planning to use it, first of all, then my biggest recommendation is to use very short, very punchy, very specific, one specific painful situation, instead of saying, are you struggling with selling, or are you stuck in your business, or are you struggling with cash flows? Because that's a very broad statement and everyone is using it, right? So the best way to do that is to use a very specific situation. So in this case, what is she saying? She's saying, are you stuck in the getting ready phase and must start your online business? I would actually use a very specific situation that describes getting ready phase. So getting ready phase, when someone is in a getting ready phase, what is one thing that they keep doing over and over again? Just talk to that one event. Don't talk about generally, are you stuck in, or are you dealing with? So as an example, I'm going to give you a few examples of this. As an example, if I'm going to be using this painful hook, then I would say something like, can't spend another summer in sweats, right? Instead of saying, are you dreading the thought of summer because you have put on weight? Instead, be very specific. You cannot stand the thought of spending another summer in sweats because whatever, right? Similarly, instead of saying, are you struggling with making money on stock market, which is something so many people use. Instead, say something like, lost everything in stock market, question mark. That's it. Very short, very punchy, very specific situation. So anytime you are tempted to use a hook in opt-in page that's all about struggling or are you stuck, take one specific situation and then speak to that. So if Carly, you're here, darling, tell me, hi Maria, hi darling, hi Marie, hi darling, St. Lucia, hi darling. She's my SOL rock star and I'm so glad she's here. So Carly, tell me about one specific situation or one specific thing people do who are stuck in the getting ready phase. You have to tell me, and then I will get to that. I will write that hook for you, but tell me, what is that one specific thing? So in my head, I think it is taking maybe courses after courses, or attending free webinars, or all the dang time, right? or something like, I don't know, attending masterminds or attending networking events, right? So if that's the angle that you're taking, then you could say something like, tired of attending webinars after webinars that show people going from rags to riches while you sit here on your ass eating bonbons or something. I'm sorry, but it could be something like that. They lay in bed stressing about bills being paid and have 480 ideas of the first step to take. So yeah, that could be bad. Sick and tired of laying awake at night trying to, piece together the pieces, but not really starting your online business. So instead of very specific, take one specific occasion and then speak to that. And then you can go on and say, download my video walkthrough and my 5-step checklist. Okay, now the other thing that you have to do is, once you have asked that painful question, don't tell them to download something, because they're already stuck, right? Don't ask them to do more work. Instead, say something like, what if I could give you? Or say something like, give me 2 minutes, or give me 5 minutes, or give me 10 minutes, and I will give you, not show you, I will give you the exact steps you must take before starting your own. Again, before starting your online business, they probably already know that. You want to tell them something very, very specific, like one single thing that you absolutely have to do before you start your online business that most people don't even know about, something like that. So create that sense of curiosity. Because right now when I see this, I'm like, most likely I already know this. But you need to talk to that sense of, oh my God, I need to find out what this is, right? So I hope this is useful. Okay, you love it. Excellent. Okay, let's move on to the next one because we're already 30 minutes in. Okay. It says, raw video reveals what it's like to play storage walls in real life. You've been buying storage lockers since 2012. What we found will shock you. Watch the video. Okay. So basically you are banking your entire opt-in, the strength of your entire opt-in on that video, which is a very big bet. I'm not going to play that video because, I just want to give a very quick feedback. But if I'm clicking on this opt-in page, I'm coming from a random website or Facebook or something, and I look at this, and if I don't play the video because I'm at work or because I'm walking or because I'm in the bus and I don't have time to watch the video, then basically I will just leave, because I have no other information about this page unless I play the video. So the very first thing that I will do is, I like your interesting hook. I think it's a good hook. It has curiosity. It can get people to play that video. But what if they don't play the video? Or what if the video is not convincing enough? Then basically your conversion is gone, right? Enter your email to see what we discovered in that locker. So first of all, what you're saying is you are expecting them to enter their email to find out what's in a locker, essentially. So I don't see any desirability. I don't see any prestige. I see curiosity. I see a lot of curiosity, but that's about it. I don't see anything else. And that's what I would encourage you to do. So instead of saying, so definitely if you want to play with the video, do play with the video. But other than that video, also say something like, open the page and say something like, we have been buying storage lockers since 2012. What we have found will absolutely blow your socks away. If you are interested, whatever, in storage lockers or something, then enter your email and we will send you some of our best tips. Because right now, to me, it seems you're not sending them any tips. You're not sending them anything of value. You're probably only sending them what you found in a locker, right? Right, honestly, we love storage wars. Me and my husband, we love watching it. I'm curious. I'm really curious. But will I give my email address for this? I'm not too sure. So great idea, great concept, very different niche. But think of an opt-in that will add value, that will make them feel. So in case storage wars, prestige switch, absolutely use prestige switch. Something as simple as, imagine winning the real life storage war every single time. Enter your email and we will send you our top 10 tips on how you can always win storage wars in real life. Something like that. Now that's prestige, because that's what storage wars is all about, right? You want to win storage wars. So talk to that prestige instead of just talking to the curiosity. I hope this was useful. Okay, thank you. Okay, so first of all, above the fold, you need to tell me exactly what benefit is. So about this particular thing, I like the label, you are extraordinary. I think it's a good label. But what I would really like you to do is I would like you to talk to the prestige switch, which means talk to the need of that person, whoever that person is, to be an extraordinary mom and an extraordinary wife, because this picture implies that. So say something like, you are extraordinary. Why let your family eat the ordinary crap everyone else is doing, right? You need to connect that extraordinary with ordinary. Then it says the 4-day jumpstart, how to purge your body of toxins in 4 days, feel more alive, energetic than you ever felt. Again, in this case also, if this is your opt-in, I'm going to give you a very quick feedback on this. 4-day jumpstart, how to purge your body of toxins in 4 days so that you feel more alive. But then at this point, also include the prestige switch, which is their need to be a great mom or a great wife or have a great family, right? Because that's really, even when we are doing things for ourselves as parents, as mothers, even when we are doing things for ourselves, we want that need, that label to be a good mom, a good extraordinary mom, or an extraordinary life, or an extraordinary parent, right? So especially because your picture is conveying that message of extraordinary life, or extraordinary mother, extraordinary parenting, then absolutely talk about that, because that is needed. That prestige is absolutely needed. Okay, next up, Becky Duncan. I know Becky, she's awesome. Thank you. Yes, I'm back. Okay, you're a personal trainer, not a computer geek. No idea how to make an online business work, wondering where to start, need someone to just show you what to do, no problem. Okay, so I like the you're a personal trainer, not a computer geek, but I want you to stop here. I want you to, you don't need to expand on that, because now the entire screen is just covered with text, and you have to understand these are personal trainers. They're also not into, reading long form copy necessarily. So, in that case, the one thing that I would recommend you do is to speak to that. So saying something like, you are a personal trainer who excels at what they do, right? But you don't have the computer skills, etc., to do this. No problem. And then you would just right away throw a J without the boo, right? Book a 20-minute free consultation with me where I show you how to build your online business, etc., whatever, without having to 1, 2, 3, 4. So J without the boo. Very, very, very specific J without the boo. You're a personal trainer, not a computer geek. You're great at what you do. Book a free call with me, a free 20-minute session with me where I show you how to build an online business and make it thrive and get download of private training clients without having to 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. That is it. And then put the button, and then underneath you can talk about, you can give a bio, you can talk about who you are, you can talk about the things that you have done. All of that is great. But right off the top, tell them exactly what they will get with that 20-minute free session. Okay, next up, Cynthia Liu. Get my free report, the one critical factor to hiring the right trusted advisor or coach. Okay, I don't know who you're talking to. First of all, I have no idea who you're talking to. So if I'm cold audience, I have no idea who you're specifically talking to, right? So I'm actually going to say it should lead with a qualifier, right? So qualifier, attention, whoever you're talking to, because even now, after I've read the whole copy, I don't know who you're talking to. So let's just say you work with small business owners. Attention, small business owners in search for a trusted advisor, right? And then say, I'm Cynthia, enter your email below and I will send you my free report on top 10 things you need to, or top 10 questions that you need to ask to hire the right trusted advisor or coach, for example. But then talk a little bit about relatability, right? Now, if I'm going to take advice from someone who's going to tell me who's the right coach, I need to be able to trust her, right? So absolutely, without relatability, I'm not going to send you my email because I don't know who you are. I don't know how reliable you are. So say something like, I'm Cynthia. I have worked with so many people and I have worked with clients, or maybe you yourself have been ripped off so many times by advisors or coaches. And I have developed a system that allows you to weed out all the crappy ones and get the good ones, et cetera, enter your email. right? So definitely, absolutely open with that, that qualifier, speak to them, talk about the desirability, and then use the relatability switch. Use it, please. Okay, aspiring mompreneur for the extremely busy mom, build the business you love, start your business step by step. Okay, first of all, Rivka, is that Rivka? I think Irene. Irene, the first thing is ditch this top white thing at the top. Absolutely ditch it. You don't need it. Why you don't need it? Because you can just open the page from here and have a qualifier at the top. So because you're saying for the extremely busy mom, use a different word. Don't just say extremely busy mom. Maybe say something like for the aspiring mompreneur, even though I hate the word, but for the aspiring mompreneur who's drowning in something, drowning in her to-do list, right? And then, but this is way too much copy. Okay, this is way too much copy, and I did not realize that this is a sales page. I'm not giving feedback on sales pages, so I will just quickly close it. This is not an opt-in page. This is a sales page. So I will just close it here and say open with a qualifier, ditch this thing at the top, and then. Yeah, because for sales pages, the approach is completely different. So I can't give feedback. This is for opt-in pages. So I'm just gonna close this. Okay, this one I think we've already done. Okay. Oh, okay. This is nice. Raquel's page is here. Okay, suffering from neck and shoulder tension, having trouble to focus, 1-minute formula that hacks chronic stress and brings you instant calm. Okay, I like your page. I think it's beautiful. The first thing is, I think you're asking, say hi.
When are you gonna finish?
I'm gonna finish in like 10 minutes. Why? Okay, so are we going to just stand here not talking to each other?
You can talk, I'm gonna stay here.
Okay, we are gonna talk, she's gonna stay here. Please don't mind her. Okay, so first of all, if you are going to, so this is the video basically where you are going to, so this is like not an actual video, right? This is what they get. Excellent, that's fine. I'm going to open with something else, suffering from neck and shoulder tension and having trouble to focus. Instead, I would open it with something more, how should I put it? More pictorial, something that paints a picture. Right now, it's not painting a picture. So paint a picture from me, feeling like a rod is stuck in your head 24/7. This is a great picture, right? It paints a picture for me. Oh my God, yes, I feel like a rod is stuck in my head, not in my head, stuck in my neck, right? So say something like that, that paints a picture. And then just say the 1-minute formula that hacks. So typically when we say the word, when we use the word hack, we are trying to hack something that's good. So you would say the 1-minute formula that hacks, actually hacks probably doesn't work here. You would say the 1-minute formula that provides instant calm for chronic stress without having to. It absolutely needs that without. Or it needs an even if. So either say 1-minute formula that provides instant calm from chronic stress without having to do 20 million something, or a 1-minute formula that provides instant calm from chronic stress, even if you have tried every other meditation, exercise, yoga, whatever relaxation technique out there, right? And then go on and talk about this. Okay. The other thing that I would do is I would move the opt-in page a little bit to the top, because right now above the screen, I can't see it, which is never a good thing. So definitely move it up top so that people can see it better. Okay, next up, creativeflow.tv, discover how to grow your business, increase productivity and creative time. Download this free guide, which reveals simply the best 21 tools to increase sales in your creative business. Okay, so you're repeating this. You're talking about something here, and then you're repeating the same thing here. First of all, I would absolutely, in this case too, I would lead with a prestige switch, which means the 21, something like the never shared before 21 tools to, don't say increase, because increase is not a strong word, to maybe blow up your sales in your creative business, so that you can finally give a finger to your judgy mother-in-law who thought you would never be able to make money with your creative business. That's a great hook. Mother-in-law hooks are always great hooks. Please tell me you agree, people, because I've seen that they work really well, and they're mostly judgy. I am going to be a mother-in-law too, so I'm going to be a very judgy mother-in-law as well, but they do work well. That said, this, I don't think you need this. If you're going to put this up here, then you might as well just use a qualifier saying something like, attention creative businesses struggling to make money from their art or something. Okay, next up, overcome IBS in 8 simple steps. Okay, first of all, 8 simple steps seems like too much work, right? And don't just say overcome IBS. If I were to use a hook here, I would use a desirability hook, a very clear desirability hook. I don't know how long your product takes, but let's just say your system or your opt-in, whatever, let's just say it takes 3 days to get results. So say something like, imagine no more cramps, no more bloating, no more something in 3 days flat without having to eat vegetables all the time or something, right? So instead of just saying overcome IBS in 8 simple steps, you can just paint a picture of how their life will be after they've overcome IBS, because that is so much more powerful. If you want to make sure you include the word IBS, then make sure you have a small qualifier at the top that is something like, attention IBS sufferers. Give me 3 days and I will give you no cramping, no bloating, no something, and it's all free, right? That is super powerful. Okay, next up, this is Ari's bass blog, Learn Bass Guitar and Music Theory with Ari, get her book, Theory Well Chart, join the online course. Okay, so this is not an opt-in page. This is not an opt-in page. I specifically asked for opt-in pages. This is a home page, and it is asking for way too many things. So the number 1 rule of opt-in pages is that you can only ask for one thing and one thing alone. So if you're asking them to get your book and theory wall chart and the online course, then this is just way too much. Most likely, they will not do any of those things because it's just too confusing. So the best feedback is, even if it's your home page, make sure you only ask them to do one thing and one thing alone. All of these things, follow us, and all of that, book and posts and everything else can wait. Right now, you should just ask them to do one thing. Secondly, having a slider homepage is a conversion killer. So even though it allows you to showcase what you do, it does not help with conversions. Okay, next one, brand and website analysis. I get it. 15 seconds to build a customer's trust or they're gone forever. Okay, again, this is a sales page. I specifically asked for an opt-in page. I'm not giving feedback on sales pages today. I'm doing that tomorrow. But quick note to tell you this, that even if it's a sales page or it's an opt-in page, if you're using this idea of building a customer trust or they're gone forever, then you might as well use a very strong prestige switch, a very strong prestige hook, which says something like, imagine capturing your customer's trust and attention in 15 seconds flat. So paint a picture of how, paint a picture with the desirability. But in this case, you could say something like, imagine capturing your customer's trust and loyalty in 15 seconds flat, so they ditch everyone else in the industry and become your lifelong customers, something like that. So speak to that particular need. Again, I just want to remind everyone who is here, the reason I believe so firmly in these 8 persuasion switches, it's because not only do they provide you guidance on what to include and what not to include, but also, very importantly, it makes so easy for you to write copy. You don't have to worry about, okay, what do I write? How do I open it? You don't have to be random about it because they're very specific. They tell you exactly what to do. So if you are selling something that directly enhances the prestige of someone, just do that. Ideally, you should be creating an opt-in offer in a way that enhances prestige. So again, in Mass Persuasion Method, module 5 is all about opt-in pages, not just opt-in pages, opt-ins. And not only do I tell you how to create a great opt-in page, I also specifically tell you how to come up with a great opt-in offer. Because no matter how great your opt-in page is, if your opt-in offer does not measure up, if it does not tick all those switches, then, again, you can't expect people to submit their email addresses just because your page is pretty, right? So Module 5 in mass persuasion method is all about creating an excellent, super compulsive, super high converting opt-in, and then not just create that opt-in, but also put it on an opt-in page that converts really well. Now, okay, I can't wait for tomorrow. I'm drank the baby 2 bottles, so he's milk drunk. Oh my God. Okay, so, and give them 2 bottles. Okay, so just a reminder, I'm wrapping this up because it's time now for me to play mommy, which is like the best job and also like the worst job ever. Can someone just take my resignation or give me a medal or either one of those things? But just a reminder that if you are interested in buying a mass persuasion method and you're interested in the story selling workshop, then you need to buy right now. It's masspersuasionmethod.com. Go ahead and check it out. It is really the bomb. And I'm looking forward to having you same time, same place tomorrow, where we will be talking about specifically about sales pages. But tomorrow, I'm not only going to give a walkthrough of sales pages, I'm also going to give you a few openers for sales pages that work really well. Larissa just did, oh my God, you're in. Larissa, that's so awesome. And Martina is in too. This is so exciting. Woo, woo. Okay, Sherry, do you talk about what should be on a homepage anywhere? Sherry, I talk about homepage in the PH Lab, but that reminds me, maybe I should post a new updated training for mass persuasion on homepages, because that is a question that I get asked. So I'm so glad that you mentioned this. I think I will develop a training for mass persuasion and add it to mass persuasion, so that I know that you're in mass persuasion, so that should help. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Netta, for dropping the link. Your mom medal. Yeah, my mom medal. I need to get my mom medal. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Gul. She says she's already in MPM and she loves it. I'm so glad. Thank you, darling. I'm so excited. So those of you who don't know, a quick recap. It is not a copywriting course, because copywriting is only about, you know, first of all, I'm not a copywriter. I am someone who understands persuasion, who gets people to say yes, whether it's an opt-in page or a webinar or a sales page or a Facebook Live or social media and all that crap. All that crap is like my favorite sentence enhancer. So mass persuasion method is built around that. It teaches you how to write high converting, super persuasive copy, but not in the way most copywriting courses do, because I don't understand copywriting, but I do understand persuasion. And my method is based around the 8 persuasion switches and gives you a template that you can just take the template, fill out your details, and you're good to go. So it's a template-based system, but it doesn't turn you into a zombie where you don't have to think for yourself, but it does give you a specific template to follow. So 3-4 templates for opt-in pages. I think about 4 templates for 6 templates, I think, for opt-in pages, 3 templates for sales pages, and you can just change them around, and that's it. So again, thank you so much, Sahira. Thank you so much, Carolina. Thank you so much. Applying SQL to Marketplace. This will be Nisha. Awesome. I can't wait to see what you do. Thank you so much, everyone. I will see you tomorrow. And this is Bushra Azhar signing off. Thank you so much for hopping on. Bye-bye.